Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys a recap on a new chapter of Nanatsu no Taizai, or you could call it the 7 Deadly Sins, on chapter 292. Now, this chapter right here, well, holy freaking hell. So, if anything else, let's just get this started. We have to it that Cusack is tormented by Merlin pretty badly, and Merlin mocks him by saying, you know, for you to actually take Arthur away from me, I'm going to torment you in agony. I'm going to torment and inflict agony upon you for what you did. So I'm going to mutilate your soul to a point that you'll never be able to return to normal. Even right now, Cusack's thinking in his mind, oh man, I got to get the hell out of here or I'm going to die. And we have to it, of course, he only managed to escape because Merlin is starting to remember something. And it goes back into the present world where Ludoshel is screaming in agony and vain right now, and then we see to it that Ludoshel realizes that Estarossa is actually Mal himself, and we see to it that that Gilthunder is okay, and Escanor, who apparently is back to his daytime form, grabs his Rita axe and asks Merlin, "Hey, are you okay? You returned to normal, thanks to the sun that's charged into Rita." But Escanor says, yeah, but there's a problem. The demons are back at full health and strength. So all the injuries that inflicted on Zeldris, Cusack, and Chandler, they recovered from it pretty quickly. And we see to it that Merlin is pretty shocked about this, where Chandler yells at Merlin by saying, hey, you stupid idiot, don't underestimate the recovery of the power of a top-class demon. And Cusack's like, can you stop shouting, dude? My head is like suffering from a freaking hangover. And we see to it that we see to it that Gilthunder and Hendrickson ask, what have they done to Lord Ludoshel? And we see to it that Merlin says, actually it's actually the source of power that my master Gother did. You know, I mean, he utilized a dark magic to alter people's memories, especially the Demon King himself. Even Hendrickson's like, are you damn serious? Even Cusack's like, you know what? I had an uneasy feeling about that guy, but thanks to this revelation, I don't even have to care anymore. He even scratches his nose in great satisfaction. And we see to it that impact is actually greater on freaking like Ludoshel and possibly others who actually remembers who remembers Mal. And we see to it that Merlin asks Zeldris, why are you not shocked? And of course, Zeldris says, dude, that's a stupid question. Obviously, I never cared for Estarossa as my brother. I never looked him up to as a brother. I'm actually quite happy and relieved. Now, we can get on to round 2. But we see to it that Cusack says, no, leave this to us. Ludoshel's in the state of the situations, and now it's changed for the better. But you see here, Escanor has recovered, not to mention Merlin's infinity magic is really bottomless. And Zeldris like, so what now? Are you two gonna fight this alone? But we have to it that Cusack and Chandler explain that they have their allies of the 7 Deadly Sins, and we want you, Master Zeldris, to preserve your strength when they inevitably attack. Which is why we will take responsibility for the foes before us now. We have to it that Chandler and Cusack says this is our duty. This is something that we have to do, and they end up combining end up combining the weapons and end up speaking a language that no one would be able to speak. And we see to it that there's a history lesson that's told by them by saying, long ago, in order for the Demon King to rule the underworld, he created one certain demon. He even called it the original demon. The Demon King granted it his power as his most trusted retainer. But apparently, the sinful demon origin took great hubris in his own strength and started to take rebellion for the Demon King's throne. And we see to it that Merlin realizes that they're in trouble because his magic power is not something that they should be messing with. And we see to it that Cusack and Chandler explain that, of course, after the demon managed to defeat it, it received a great and dire punishment. That is when its body and soul has been torn into two, and it was given an important duty. They were to be instructors to the two princes and to raise them to be candidates for the next Demon King. And Zeldris realizes, asks him like, what are you guys, dude? And we see to it that Cusack tells Master Zeldris, this is my request to you. And Chandler therefore tells Meliodas, you must become the Demon King no matter what. All of a sudden, these two end up fusing. They actually disperse the darkness that Meliodas created before he went to a cocoon. And we see an original form of Cusack and Chandler that was torn in two. And they call themselves, I am the sinner, the original demon. Even Zeldris and everyone else is really shocked. Even Escanor could only stare on solemnly. Merlin in sweat and fear goes like, oh man, we are so at a complete loss, at a chance of victory. And we go back to a scene with Deanne, King, and Elizabeth and Hawk. They go like, it's coming from Camelot. Even King's like, yeah, I can feel Merlin Escanor's magic power as well. And Elizabeth's like, oh, we gotta hurry the hell up. Something's terrible happening over there. And we see to it that Hawk says, we should rendezvous with my mother for now. But we see to it that Hawk has a light coming out of his eyes. And later on, Bond shows up. Even right now, Deanne, Elizabeth, and Hawk are in relief. Even King. And Bond's like, yep, I've returned. Sorry for taking so long, etc. So yeah, this chapter right here ends up shows the undoing spell of like Gother, the demon Gother, and Ludichel's being shocked that Esterosa was Mal the entire time. Not to mention, Cusack is happy about it. Not even Zeldris himself is actually relieved. We see to it that knowing that Cusack and Chandler are in the pinch right now against Escanor and Merlin and possibly some other allies, they decide to fuse together while giving out a history lesson that they were actually the original demon and therefore like fuse together and get ready for battle. Even Merlin in great fear and shock goes like, oh hell, we're so in trouble. We got no chance of victory. Which many people will say Merlin's infinity magic has to do something. I mean, who knows? But let's not forget this. If Cusack and Chandler were actually the original demons created by the Demon King himself and giving him half of his power to it, then I highly doubt that would be the case. Merlin may have the power of infinity, but the Demon King's power, that's a totally different story, honestly. I mean, think about it. Even if Merlin's magic power is infinity, I'm pretty sure the Demon King's strength is strong enough to resist all kinds of magic or be highly magic resistant to everything, no matter what. So we'll have to see. Anyways, Bond also returns, and it looks like to me a real ugly battle is about to come about. And the next chapter is called That Someday Is Now. So, yeah. So, I don't know what's really bound to happen next, but facing the original demon who was created by the Demon King to give half his power to, one thing was sure, it's going to be very ugly. That is 100% going to happen, because if this thing is really the creation of the Demon King and he gave half his power to it, which if that was the case, I don't think it should be there, but we'll have to see. Because let's not forget that Demon Meliodas tells Elizabeth, because the Demon King's power is too great, if I take it myself, then I'll end up not be able to be in this world anymore. Unless it did not have, unless there's something else involved with that, but that's for another time, because right now Merlin even says, oh man, if we're facing a freaking like original demon like him, we're so dead. That much I'll say. Anyways, looking forward to next chapter and seeing the original demon. I highly doubt this is going to be an easy battle, even if Merlin might put less resistance to a magic element it has. I'm pretty sure like it's not going to be that easy. Even with her infinity magic, I don't think so. So until then, I will see you guys in my next video. I'm Alpha Zero, people. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot-toot!